So, good morning, children. You know, I'm technically a bit poor. So, again, due to technical issues, I couldn't attend or start in time. All right, children? Okay. So, well, I made one error. Instead of sending the link to 10th standard, I sent it to 9th standard. Okay. So, that delayed the start of the class. So, you will have to excuse me for that. All right, children? So, welcome back to 10th standard. Right? Okay. It's upgraded. You are upgraded to new class. So, yeah, we begin the new academic year for you. Yes. Well, this time और जोर लगा के ऑनलाइन क्लासेस में आपको अच्छा करना है, अटेंड करना है, राइट? ओके, आई वुड लाइक to leave a small message for you right now. Okay, yes, I'll be having less time to do the work, but we can continue in tomorrow's session, right? A ship at the harbor is safe, but that is not what the ship is made for. Yes, this is the saying given by Albert Einstein. Children, try to understand. Ship, you know what is ship? Yes, it's a means of transportation used by waterways, correct? Okay, now why is this ship built? Yes, to carry the crew, the passengers, and the different things, all right, from one place to another. But if you keep the ship at the harbor, well, will the purpose be served? No. But the ship would be safe. But if you send the ship deep into the sea, well, sometimes in the storm, it can get drowned, right? Okay. But fearing that the ship would get drowned, we cannot keep the ship at the harbor. Well, imagine yourself to be a ship in these days, in these pandemic days, the days which are becoming worse, right? Okay. In your family member, there may be COVID positive. In your neighborhood, in your surrounding, there may be people suffering from COVID, right? So it's your duty. You have to work like a ship, right? Please take care of them. At the same time, you have to be extra careful about yourself, all right? You cannot neglect them. You cannot avoid them, right? If your family member is isolated in particular room, all right, at least one member has to visit the room often, yes, with all due cares taken, all right? Fine. Well, the person is isolated, but don't keep him or her alone. Okay, talk to him or her. Serve with juices, whatever, every necessity is to be supplied. All right, and other members can talk with that patient on the phone frequently. All right, okay. Well, don't allow that person to feel lonely. All right, and don't fear COVID. Yes, you take care of yourself. You know the guidelines. I'll not go into that. All right. So be like ship. Don't try to remain at the harbor where you are safe. Children, if you are going to catch COVID, well, from anywhere you will get it. So don't fear. All right. COVID आपके पीछे भाग रहा है. कभी ना कभी आपको पकड़ेगा. और आप भी भाग रहे हैं. तो उसका कोई मतलब नहीं. कोविड का सामना करो. क्योंकि कभी ना कभी कोविड आपको पकड़ लेगा. सो हमें इस कोविड के साथ जीना है और सक्सेसफुली जीना है. ऑलराइट, सो ऑल द बेस्ट टू यू. फाइन चिल्ड्रन, टुडे आई एम गोइंग टू स्टार्ट द फर्स्ट चैप्टर एंड दैट इज रियल नंबर्स. ऑलराइट, chapter 1, real numbers. All right. In 9th standard, you have learned about whole numbers, natural numbers, integers, rational numbers, irrational numbers, and real numbers. Correct? Are we connected? Fanil? Good morning to everyone. I've already started. Fine. Okay. Now see, what are we going to learn in this chapter? So, number one thing is finding HCF and LCM. All right. I'm not going to discuss today because we have already wasted time in knowing or in learning what we are going to see in this chapter. Today I would like to discuss about this HCF. Okay, that's why straight away I'll go for it. Okay, children? Well, you might say, sir, we know how to find HCF. We learned that in 5th standard by prime factorization method, and that is very easy. Correct? Yes, children. We are going to learn to find HCF by Euclid's division lemma. By using Euclid's division lemma, which is much tougher, time consuming and energy consuming method. Now the question is, then why should we learn this method? Alright, when we have simple method of prime factorization, alright, then why should we learn this method when we have simple method to do, right? Children, it's because in the board examination, one question would be there, find HCF by using Euclid's division lemma. Okay, so we'll have to learn that. I would like to begin with the basics. First, you understand the concept of HCF, also called GCD, greatest common divisor. Okay, now आपको HCF का मतलब समझा दूं, थोड़ा कॉन्सेप्ट समझा दूं डिटेल में. HCF का मतलब है हाईएस्ट कॉमन फैक्टर. चलिए, now if you want to understand what is highest common factor, then you will have to learn what is factor. आपको समझना होगा कि factor means what. You know it, but I would like to understand conceptually. Alright, I have chosen two numbers here, 7 and 5. I'll divide the bigger number by smaller number. 5 ones are 5, the remainder is 2, and the division is over. Another number, 14 divided by 7. 7 twos are 14, 14 minus 14 is 0. So division is over. 15 divided by 3. 3 5s are 15 and the remainder is 0. 17 divided by 6. 6 2s are 12 and the remainder is 5. Children, in certain divisions you are getting remainder 0. See, in two divisions you are getting remainder 0. In that case, your divisor 7 is called factor of 14. Here, remainder is 0. So, divisor 3 is called factor of 15. Here, remainder is not 0. In last case, the remainder is not 0. So, divisor cannot be called the factor of dividend. आपको पता है इसको हम divisor कहते हैं और ये 7 को dividend कहते हैं. Alright, so divisor is a factor of dividend when divisor divides the dividend exactly. When does divisor divide dividend exactly? When can we say that? When we get the remainder 0. So in two cases you can see 7 divides 14 exactly, 3 divides 15 exactly. Alright, so 7 is a factor of 14, 3 is a factor of 15. So what is the definition of factor? A number that is 7 divides a given number that is 14 exactly, because the remainder is 0, is called factor of that number. A number 3 which divides the given number 15 exactly is called factor of that given number. Alright, one thing you note, children, here remainder is 0. You can see the quotient. If you divide this same 14 by 2, then 2 7s will be 14. So again you are getting remainder 0. So 2 is also a factor of 14. Same way, if you divide 15 by this quotient, उसको डिवाइजर बना दो, तो 5 3s are 15 and the remainder is 0. So now 5 is a factor of 15. So जब भी आपका रिमाइंडर 0 आए तो डिवाइजर इज अ फैक्टर ऑफ 14 एंड quotient is also factor of 14 क्योंकि quotient को also will divide 14 exactly. Here 3 divides 15 exactly as well as 5 divides 15 exactly. So what is a factor? A number that divides a given number exactly is known as factor, all right, of that given number. Clear, children, what is factor? All right. Now the question is how to find the factor. आप factor कैसे निकालोगे? Now you all are in 10th standard, you know very well how to find factors. So straight away I'll go for that, and I'm getting very less time in this session as well. Okay. So let me write factors of 10. Factors of 10. 1 is a factor of all number, you know that. उसके बाद 2. Is 2 a factor? Yes, 2 5s are 10, exactly divisible. 3, no, 3 3s are 9. 4 4 2s are 8. 5 5 2s are 10. Yes, 5 is a factor. 6, no. 7, no. 8, no. 9, no. And the 10, the number itself is a factor. So these are the factors of 10. Now let me write down the factors of 15. Factors of 15. 1 is a factor, 3 is a factor, 5 is a factor, and 15 is a factor. Later we'll see, alright, how to get those factors as well. Now, ये दो numbers है 10 and 15. दोनों का common factors. I'm going to find out the common factors and write down. Yes, 1 is common. Yes, 5 is common. Yes. So 2 factors are common factors of 10 and 15, and they are 1 and 5. Oh, now the next one, highest common factor. Highest common factor. यहाँ common factors 1 और 5 है, उसमें highest कौन सा है? 5. So highest common factor is 5. All right. Children, ये factor के लिए दूसरा word भी है, and that is called divisor. That is called divisor. All right. So highest common factor, in brief, it is written as H for highest, C for common, and F for factor. So what is HCF of 10 and 15? 5. Children, sometimes it is also called greatest. उसका मतलब हाईएस्ट थी, कॉमन मतलब दोनों का फैक्टर, और डिवाइजर इंस्टेड ऑफ फैक्टर द वर्ड डिवाइजर इज यूज, और उसको शॉर्ट में कहते हैं जीसीडी. जीसीडी जीसीडी या जीसीडी, कैपिटल या स्मॉल, आपकी बुक में स्मॉल लेटर लिखा है. सो जीसीडी ऑफ, या ऐसे लिखेंगे, जीसीडी ऑफ 10 and 15. What is GCD, greatest common divisor of 10 and 15? Yes, it's 5. So that is the concept of HCF. Okay, HCF of 2 numbers means what? Highest common factor. GCD of 2 numbers means what? Greatest common divisor of those 2 numbers. ये अपना पुराना मेथड है, outdated method है, and very lengthy method. Finding factor of first number, finding factor of second number, then finding all the common factors, and from the common factors choosing the highest one. But is there any other method? Yes, we have learned prime factorization method, children, correct? But in 10th standard, we are going to learn a new method which is called Euclid's division lemma. अब जानना है कि Euclid's division lemma क्या है. Before that, we cannot start finding the HCF. So what is Euclid's division lemma? Try to understand it. Children, I'll just write the definition of factor here. What is factor? A number that divides the given number exactly is known as factor of that number, i.e. 7 divides 21 exactly, therefore 7 is called factor of 21. 7 is called factor of 21. You may take screenshot and write down in your notebook the definition of factor of a number. Okay? Now we move to Euclid's division lemma. चलिए उसको समझने के लिए एक एग्जांपल लेते हैं फिर से 7 डिवाइड बाय 5 एंड 14 डिवाइड बाय 2 सिर्फ दो एग्जांपल ले लेते हैं चलिए 5 1s are 5 and remainder is 2. Children, the red numbers that you have taken, the red numbers you choose, they are integers, correct? आपने दो रेड नंबर्स लिए कौन से 5 and 7 and the greater number you divided by smaller number. तो आपको दो और नंबर मिले ग्रीन नंबर्स मिले alright and these two red numbers 5 7 and new two green numbers that you got has got a relationship which was discovered by Euclid. हम दूसरा भी डिवीजन देख लेते हैं चलिए आपने दो red numbers लिए this time 2 and 14. Bigger number is taken as dividend, smaller number is taken as divisor. Let's go for division. 2 7s is 14 and 14 minus 14 is 0. You all picked two numbers 2 and 14 and you got two more numbers 7 and 0 and these two red numbers and two green numbers have relationship. क्या है relationship? देखिए dividend that is 7 is equal to divisor that is 5 multiplied by this is quotient that is 1 plus this is remainder 2. Observe and understand now. What is 5 1s are 5. 5 plus 2 7. So equality holds. चलिए next में. Dividend 14 is equal to divisor 2 into quotient 7 plus the remainder 0. 2 7s are 14 and 14 plus 0 is 0. So that is the relationship between the divisor, dividend, quotient and remainder. एक और देख लेते हैं शायद ये फ्लूक में दो क्वेश्चन सर ने ऐसे पिकअप कर लिए जिसमें ये रिलेशनशिप होल्ड्स गुड. अरे सब डिवीजन के लिए सही है. 4 6s are 24 and 1 remains. What is the dividend? 25 is equal to divisor 4 into quotient 6 or plus remainder 1. 6 4s are 24 and 24 plus 1 is 25. So equality holds. Do you understand? अब मैं क्या कह रहा हूं? यूक्लिड ने क्या बताया कि आप दो इंटीजर सिलेक्ट कर लीजिए A and B. आपने यहां 5 और 7 लिया था और जो बड़ा नंबर है 7 उसको छोटे नंबर से डिवाइड किया था. तो यहां भी दो नंबर ऐसे लेंगे वहां A ग्रेटर देन B. दो में से कोई एक नंबर बड़ा लेना है आपको. इंटीजर्स 2 इंटीजर्स A and B where A is greater than B. Now if you divide that greater number A by B, you will get new numbers Q. ये division होने के बाद नीचे remainder. I didn't put this division process, but at the end you are going to get one integer here and other integer here. Quotient को मैंने Q बोला और remainder को मैंने R बोला. So A is dividend, B is divisor, Q is quotient and R is remainder. So if you pick any two integers where one integer is greater than other, greater or equal to भी हो सकता है, greater than or equal to भी हो सकता है, equal to होगा तो ये remainder 0 आएगा और क्या, alright, लेकिन हम greater ही ले ले, okay? तो ये दो numbers जो blue वाले हैं A and B and the green numbers that you got, what is the relationship? Yes children, that dividend A is equal to divisor B into quotient Q plus remainder R. Children, observe one more thing. What is the divisor here? Divisor क्या है? 5. तो remainder क्या हो सकता है? 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Remainder can never be 5 or more than 5. जो भी divisor 5 होगा तो remainder 4 हो सकता है, 3 हो सकता है, 2 हो सकता है, 1 हो सकता है और 0 भी हो सकता है. Exactly divisible हो तो 0 हो सकता है. What is the divisor here? 2. So remainder क्या हो सकता है? 0 जो एक केस में है और remainder 1 भी हो सकता है. Remainder can be 1. So यहाँ आपको एक condition लिखना है. This remainder that you are going to get, ये remainder जो आपको मिलेगा वो greater than 0 होगा और equal to 0 होगा. But it will be always smaller than B. देखो ये जो remainder 2 है वो greater than equal to 0 हो सकता है but it will be always less than 5. ये जो remainder 0 है वो greater than equal, जो भी remainder है it will be greater than equal to 0 but strictly less than 2. I hope you have understood that. Okay, so Euclid's division lemma क्या है? What is Euclid's division lemma? Please try to understand. I'm writing Euclid's division lemma. For two positive integers A and B, where A is greater than B, there exist two unique numbers. Children फिर से समझा दूं, 7 डिवाइड बाय 5 1 जा 5 और ये रिमाइंडर 2. ये जो नंबर मिलेंगे यहाँ 1 ही हो सकता है और यहाँ 2 ही हो सकता है, ऐसा कुछ अलग नहीं होगा. 5 ये 1 ही आएगा, 5 1 जा ही आएगा और रिमाइंडर 2 ही आएगा. So they are unique. That's why the word unique is used here. Are you getting me, children? All right. So for two integers, positive integers A and B, where A is greater than B, there exist two unique integers. All right. Such that dividend A is equal to quotient Q into, actually divisor is B into quotient Q plus remainder, where this remainder can be equal to 0 or greater